Greetings, my dear viewers, and welcome back to Make PUBG Great Again. I don't know if this is still the same video, if I'm editing them together, or whether this every match will be a single video. I don't know. I'll decide later. But here we are. We just finished our first map. We came in 4th, which is not too bad, honestly. We even killed a person. Yes, so kudos. And now we are going to start into our second match. But first of all, I wanted to show you something. Because I have been praising this game quite a bit, I think, in the first match. And now I want to talk to you about the downsides, the negative points, which made me quit this game several times already in the short amount of time that I have been playing this. And one of the things is this, the crate system. Now, I'm not sure about the other parts of the world, but in Europe there's currently a discussion going on about whether loot crates are considered gambling. And this one certainly is. It is like playing the lottery. Mostly you will pay the points that you win in each game, a very high amount of points, to get a random crate, and then you'll open it and there's just utter crap in there, just junk, really. So it's always just stuff to customize the appearance of your character, so it doesn't give you any in-game advantages. There are no better weapons or anything in there, really, just skins and clothes, honestly. But what I've noticed recently is that I bought 3 crates in a row because they are rather cheap for the amount of points that I have gathered over the last months. And I got 3 so-called Desperado crates in a row. I had no idea what Desperado crates are. I only know the usual Wanderer crates, which you can just open and have some item of clothing in it. But Desperado crates, apparently, you need a key for. And that key you have to buy for real money. Which is just appalling, really. Shame on you, Brendan Green. That is just terrible. So, I'm just checking if this is still the case. I'm clicking on this and get crate. And there's another one. Another Desperado crate. Is it... Okay, can you just get Desperado crates by now? Or am I really just unlucky? Because this is the 4th in a row. It's just... There, you can even see it. Four of these things, and I would have to buy a key over here. And I just hate this, really. This is one of the things that I absolutely hate about this game. That they are trying to make even more money off of this, and they're not even giving you anything that you can use. Okay. Now it's not just that. You might think I'm just overreacting. Over some crates, some stupid cosmetic items, but it's not just that. Let's start into our second match. Because if you take a look at the Steam page of PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, especially at the reviews, and sorted as recently first, you will see that most of those reviews are rather negative. Of course, it's only either negative or positive on Steam, but it's always a very good indicator if you see a game that has mostly negative reviews lately. And in this case, the most common argument that you will find, the point that keeps getting repeated, is 2 words: Chinese and hackers. Now, I don't consider myself a very racist person, even though I guess every person's somewhat racist or can be pushed to a certain point. In any case, in my case, it's certainly true. I had nothing against Chinese before playing this game, but now that I'm playing this game, it's really, really terrible. What the Chinese have done to this game is really awful. Let me explain, okay? Don't get mad right away. I'm not condemning an entire people for no reason, at least in my opinion. But first of all, we need to put down our marker so that I know where I can jump out. I want a quiet spot to loot first, as usual. So I am going... over here. That's way too far, but yeah, I'll have some time to talk to you. The thing is, when I started playing this game, there were no Chinese. I don't think they had any servers over there. The game wasn't published over there, so no Chinese. And that's fine. You could meet a lot of people. As I said, I'm playing mostly with Americans, some English guys, some Turkish guys. Who else? Some Spanish guys, like maybe South America. I don't know, but of course we're all speaking English. That's the international language. We're just sticking with that. Let me check. Some people over Pachinki, but we should be alone. I don't see any parachutes nearby. Oh, that's lovely. Okay, so and then they released this game in China. And as you know, there are a lot of Chinese, more Chinese than any other kind of people. So a lot of Chinese started to come onto the servers, which is not a bad thing in itself. But they would not stick to the Asian servers where their ping would be really great because it's very local, very close servers. No, they would come to European and American servers. So you would be paired up with Chinese guys. Again, that is not a bad thing. You could find some new friends, right? The thing is, they don't speak English. They even refuse to speak English with you. The only thing that they can say in English is no English. And the very famous phrase by now, so if you hear it somewhere, that's from PUBG, China #1. That's a running gag in this game. China #1. They just kept repeating it, and we kept repeating it because it was so ridiculous. It was so dumb, and still it would happen. So yeah, you could not converse with them. You could not be teammates with them. So nobody wanted to play with them, but still they were here. If you play with random squads, you can put that setting to random, so you are being paired with random players around the world. By now you will end up with 3 Chinese guys, or at least 2. So it's always Chinese guys everywhere, and they will not talk to you. If they have a headset, if at all, they will not talk English with you. If you ask them whether they could please speak English with you, since this is a European or American server, please speak English with me. I'm really trying to connect to people here. They will just ask you, well, do you speak Chinese? No, mate, this is not a Chinese server. I'm trying to stay away from Chinese servers because I don't speak Chinese. So, yeah, this happens, and that is one of the reasons why the emergence of the Chinese has become kind of a problem. I'm taking this and I'm attaching this. But yeah, the real problem is the other word, and that is hackers. The Chinese have, for some reason, started using hacks on a grand scale. Ever since they were allowed to use this game, or since the game was published in China, the amount of hackers has increased dramatically. And I mean dramatically as in there is one in almost every game. I'm really surprised that we didn't see one so far. But then again, you will only notice a hacker if he kills you in a really impossible way. Other than that, you will never notice. Like, see up there in the top right corner, Spiralex killed someone with M16. That could be a normal kill, right? Or it could be a hacker shooting someone through a wall. I can't tell. I'm not there. I could use the replay function to check on every single player in the game, but why would I? As I said, there are so many hackers in this game. Really, the only thing you can do is just report the one that is bothering you. I mean, that is not my job to do this. This would be Brandon Green's job, the guy who invented this game. He has to do that. But yeah, the thing is that most of these hackers are Chinese. I think that's statistically proven. Brandon Green said it himself that like 90% of the hackers are from China. and that he tries to keep banning them, but that it doesn't work because, and here comes the thing with the loot boxes again. These hackers, they just kill and kill and kill and kill for like 2-3 matches until they get banned. At least I hope that's how quickly this works. I have no idea. But of course they still get points for all the kills they get. And with these points they buy crates. And in these crates they find items. Sometimes valuable, sometimes not. And these items they put on the Steam market to sell to other guys. For example, like a skirt that is very rare. Or a shirt that looks nice that people want. Or like the black coat. That used to be really rare. So sometimes these items sell for hundreds of dollars. There are some people spending that much money on just cosmetic items. Yes, these things happen. So the hackers, they make some money off of other players again. And from this money, they are buying a new copy of the game. Or maybe they are just pirating it. I don't know how it works, honestly. I bought this game like in an ordinary, honest manner. So I have no idea whether you can easily pirate this game or not. So they have a new game and they create a new account. And usually these accounts are easily distinguishable by either a Chinese name that you can't pronounce or just a random sequence of numbers like 1, 2, 5, 7, 9, 1, 3, 8. And if you see someone like that killing a lot of people, especially by headshot, you kind of get a clue that something's wrong. So that is the other main problem. There are so many hackers. I've been killed so many times by a headshot with a shotgun from 300 meters away while I was hiding inside a house. That happened so many times, and there's nothing you can do. You can report them, and then nothing happens. You will not get an answer from anyone. You will not get an automatic reply like, hey, that guy you reported, well, we banned him, or we have not found a clue that he is actually hacking, so we ignored you. Nothing. You will not get anything from the developers of this game. So that is a problem. They keep saying, oh, we banned another 30,000 hackers, but you don't really notice any difference. They're still there, the hackers. They can just that easily get a new account or a new version of the game. So it really doesn't do much, which is one of the main reasons why so many people dislike this game and have quit it as of late. But the game is still immensely popular because all the Chinese are playing it. There's just so many Chinese players on an average like European server right around this time on the afternoon. As I said, if you play with random squads, you will notice that most of the players are actually Chinese. Now, they recently, I think, implemented not a region lock. That's what everyone wants them to implement. A region lock would forbid Chinese players to come to European or American servers. But at least they implemented a ping lock, so to speak. That is that players with a really high ping cannot enter a server where they would have a really high ping. So you are discouraged from entering a server that is really far away on another continent, for example. But that doesn't really solve much, to be honest, because the Chinese they can just buy a good computer or good internet connection or something like that. So that won't help you. They will still be there, especially the hackers. I mean, if you can afford a hack, if you have the technical knowledge to hack into a game like this, then you certainly have the technical knowledge to get around a ping tracker, right? At least I think that's how it works. I'm not very knowledgeable when it comes to technological things myself. Ah, sorry for this rant. I'm really glad I could talk to you guys about this, but yeah. Whew. That is one of the main problems of this game. The Chinese and the hackers. And I hope you can kind of understand why I now am kind of cautious towards the Chinese guys. There have been certain theories, and now I'm moving into the territory of getting racist, but I'm just repeating these theories that I've heard. And that is that the Chinese are so vastly different in their upbringing, in their cultural background, so to speak, that in their opinion, what is most important in life is to win, to actually succeed, no matter how. Now, I don't know if this saying exists in English, but there certainly is. Oh yeah, I think it's the result justifies the means, something like that. So it doesn't matter what you do as long as you get to the certain result that you are aiming for, as long as you are the best. The winner writes the history books, and the loser doesn't get any say in it. And it's kind of like that. At least that's what I heard in China. They don't care how you win as long as you win. And if you don't win, you're just the bloody loser and no one cares about you. Which is why cheats are allowed for them. Which is why they don't matter. It's not frowned upon. While here in Western cultures, cheating to get what you want is of course a sign of weakness. You have to get towards your goal by natural means, but with the same amount of obstacles that anyone else has. And if you can't do that, then you're just a loser. And that results in something really weird. Again, I'm not sure if this is true, but I read it on a post on the official Steam forum for PUBG. Let me take a sip just really quickly. And that is, someone wrote that Tencent, which is the production thingy, the how do you say it? The studio. Let's call it the studio. The studio that sells PUBG in China. So the partner of PUBG, let's just say PUBG Limited, whatever, the studio that Brandon Green created in order to invent this game and to mass produce it. And they are partnering with Tencent, which is the name of the studio that sells this game in China. And that is one of the biggest studios, game selling studios in China. So they have a lot of other games that I've never heard of, but that seem to be really popular in China. And this studio, I keep wanting to say firm, but I'm not sure has the same meaning in English as it has in German. But yeah, this studio, Tencent, apparently, again, this is only a theory that I've heard, some rumor. Apparently Tencent sells a different version of this game in China than it does in the rest of the world. And that is that Chinese players have so-called official, allowed hacks. For example, they can see items through walls, so they don't bother going into a room where they only see shitty items that they don't need, like junk. Instead, they just move on. So they see that from afar. Things like that. Little tiny allowed hacks. That's what they call them. Again, I'm not sure if this is true, but it sounded very familiar, and I've heard it from several other sources that they've met Chinese people who say, yeah, sure, I'm using hacks, but just the allowed ones, that give me like the usual advantage. And if that is true, that I cannot fathom, I cannot understand how a game like this is still allowed to exist with something like that. That is just outrageous. But yeah, the problem is that Brandon Green is making so much money off of the Chinese because they keep buying this game from selling the items that they acquired through legal or illegal means, whatever. So yeah, the Chinese are making so much money from Brandon Green that he doesn't dare to blocks them, to ban them, to put a region lock on China or something like that. And again, I think this is outrageous. Why is no one doing anything about this? And there's Spiralex again. He killed another person. Yeah. But then again, if things keep on going like this, I think more and more players will move on to Fortnite and maybe Maverick if it ever comes out and it's really as great as they say. And PUBG will go down in history as a really great idea, a founding father for this genre, but ultimately a failure. And a lesson in how to not be too greedy. Okay, that guy's just driving around. Maybe he can't decide where to go, or maybe he's searching for people. So yeah, that's essentially the main problem of PUBG at the moment. Not to mention all the bugs and the server crashes and the lag, and the fact that you can't really play with your friends without any of them crashing down or their computer being frozen when they try to start up a new game or enter a match or something like that. So these things happen on a regular basis. This is a fully released game that will cost you the usual amount of money. I don't remember, 30, 50, something like that. The usual amount, essentially, that you would pay for a game. And up until recently, it was only one map, this one, and then they added a second map. And they are not really adding much new content. They are not really fixing any of the bugs. They are creating more problems than before. And they are not really talking to the players. They're mostly ignoring them. So this game, I'm cautious about recommending it, to be honest. Sure, if you have friends that you want to play with, it's nice. But then again, I guess there are other options like Counter-Strike or I don't know, Payday or Left 4 Dead or any other game, really. Because I really don't think that if I had the option now, I would again pay money for this and support this kind of behavior. Okay, I'm a bit worried about this car. It's really far away from the road, so I'm not sure if it spawned over there or someone put it there on purpose. Oh, there's a guy to my left. Okay, did he see me? He probably did, right? There was a guy, I'm fairly sure. Oh, he's inside. Apparently he hasn't seen me. Okay, he can't see me. That's good. Guessing he's back into the house again. Great. Only 6 seconds. There he is again behind the tree. He can actually see me. might have been my first frag grenade kill. 7 Ls. Okay, I gotta look at him real quickly if he has a scope or anything. Yeah, he does. I'll take this. What? Okay, that was lucky. Let's put this up here. This up here. Okay. Can heal up as soon as I'm in the safe zone. Whew. Okay, 1 kill, check. That's all I ever want in a match. To kill 1 person, to not go out with a negative score. Really. Okay, now where should we go? We can go up until the road to get into the middle of this circle, but the new circle will be right here. Okay, we have to go past the crossing. So down here, there's some smoke over there, and something burning up there. There's something exploded there. Wait a minute. Ouch. Okay, he's going by. I'm just healing up here. Okay, my headset almost strangled me, but I'm fine. Right, I don't need this anymore. Well, actually, I prefer the red dot over the holographic for some reason. Yep. Okay, there's another person over there. Didn't hit him, but I alerted him to my presence. There's someone up there, maybe at the rock. Don't see it. Now, if you are complaining about the graphics in this game, I could set them to higher, yes, but there's absolutely no reason. It actually gives you an advantage to have it set to shitty settings like this. Because, as I said, the grass will not be rendered quite as densely, and you can see enemies earlier. Because players are always rendered first, and everything else comes after. Then come buildings. And there's a car coming from behind. Someone's shooting from over there. Did he die? Died from falling? Yeah, he died outside. Yeah, he tried to leave his car as it was burning, and that gives you full damage if the car goes faster than 30 kilometers per hour. I think there's someone in the fields who shot at the car, or maybe at that. There's another car at that shed. So it might be someone did the same thing that I did, to drive up to this shed and take cover. But my shed is better. No, actually we're both pretty good. Still inside the circle. But then again, my field of view is really limited. Can't really see much. But I saw the guy somewhere north. South, sorry. But I'm guessing he moved on to the buildings to have some cover. Who knows? Close the door. Oh, I see someone over there at that tree. He's moving now. Lovely. Now, this is one of these sheds where there's nothing in there. In some of these sheds, you have some stacked wood in a corner, or like a car tire, and you can climb up on them and thereby look out of the window and shoot at people. While here, it's rather difficult, even if I stand up. But I'm not standing up because I don't want them to shoot me in the head. There's that guy. Only 9 others are alive. He's going the same way that the other guy went, that I took shots at and completely missed. So should I do that again? Come on, hold still, you bastard. See, you should never hold still. Always keep moving. Someone coming? I hope not. Well, that guy's moving closer. Whew, close one. He spotted me. Yay! Oh, that was Spiralex! The hacker! I got him! Oh, 2 kills, mate. This is going much better than I thought. I thought someone would punch me to death within the first 5 seconds and then you guys would laugh at me. Well, you will still probably do that, but you know what I mean. Okay, I see you. No idea if I can hit you from here. Then I'm gonna have to move that way. What about this guy? There's only 3 others alive. Not sure if that guy is one of them. Again, I will boost up beforehand. 20 seconds. Is there any cover? No, I have to get to that rock, and that's not a very big rock, to be honest. Any other cover? No. I could use my car to get there. It's only... oh, it's only me and him. Oh, okay, I'm second. Where is he? There he is. Oh, that would have been so sweet. Now I'm dying to the zone. Second place, guys. I hit him at least once, so that counts for something. But it was second place. Really, really, really close. First, 4th place, and now 2nd place. Only that guy was left. He killed like everyone else, I think. So it was deserved that he won. But I thought I'd give it a try. Maybe a random shot of mine would have hit him in the head. But yeah. Okay, rank 2. We killed 2 players. We got much higher reward now, like maybe twice the amount of points. But as I said, points are essentially worthless. We got 40 kill points, 20 per person, and a couple of hit points. For example, for this last guy that I hit. So yeah, let's take a look at the death cam again. I'm not sure if it will show me my killer or myself. Yeah, sometimes you have to spectate yourself if you are dying to the blue zone, like I did. I mean, that guy, he essentially killed me. He shot me, he injured me a lot, but in the end, I was killed by the blue zone officially. See that? See how the blue zone is chunking? There was no way for me to get out of that alive. I should have used the car, but then again, My best chance was to try and get a lucky shot on him. Alright, that was my second match of Make PUBG Great Again. I hope you're enjoying this series so far. Please let me know how shitty I am in comparison to you, and that you are number 5 on the European solo player list, and why I suck so badly. Yeah, just leave a comment honestly, especially if you want to play with me at some point. I'm better at squad playing, really. I'm a team player. I try to support other people. I'm not very good at shooting and aiming, as you have seen. But yeah, just drop a message. Honestly, I'm really happy about comments. So just write something, even if it's only a smiley. Until the next time, see you guys. Bye bye.